The the age-old Japanese martial art of karate gets a new look. The ultimate look right here at the Ultimate Karate League. Welcome to day 5 of India's most exciting league yet. We're coming to you live from the Babu Banarasi Das Stadium here in Lucknow. 42 fighters from across India and the world are fighting for that trophy. Season 2 of the Ultimate Karate League. I'm Navneet Krishna, your host, and we're just about at the halfway mark of Season 2 of the UKL. And as we inch closer to the business end of the tournament, every fight from here on matters most. And as far as today is concerned, we have 2 fights that matter. The first of which, the Bengaluru Kings, unbeaten so far, are going to be taking on the Punjab Fighters, who have 1 win and a loss. And so they're going to come back for plenty more. That is fight number 1 this evening. And that's followed up by another one. The UP Rebels are going to be taking on the Mumbai Ninjas. Both of them have a win each and a loss. So plenty at stake for both these teams as well. And all along in the first 4 days of the Ultimate Karate League, we've had a fabulous turnout from the people of Lucknow and so much support from people outside of Lucknow as well, from across the country. And here's a quick look at the 7 fights that we've had so far, 12 to go. At the moment, Pune Divine climbed up that ladder pretty quickly. They were languishing at the bottom, they're right at the top, and that's how quickly it can change at the UKL. The Kings are unbeaten yet, and it's the Bravehearts at the bottom that are finding it a little too difficult to get the momentum that they need. And we're just about ready for fight number 1 this evening. It's the Kings against the Fighters. First up to come onto the mat, the Kings from South India. They call themselves the Bengaluru Kings. Led by the captain, a fierce competitor, Rohiteshwar. Goes down on his knees, he has his eyes on the prize. Florin Precog, the beast, arguably the toughest and the strongest fighter on display here. Umesh Saket, one of the swiftest and the quickest on the mat. Moninder Singh, the pocket-sized dynamite. All the way from Ukraine, Victoria Sokolova. Praveen Kumar, Philip Kumar, followed by the coach. That's the captain, Rohiteshwar. Florin Prekop from Romania. He is raring to go. He is strong, all right. That's the Kings once again. The 2 reserves are Praveen Kumar, Dilip Kumar. But just considering how intense this is, you will see plenty of them as well. And their opponents, win and a loss. They're here to win. They are the Punjab Fighters. Captain of the Fighters, Balram Gupta. All the way from Poland, the European and world champion, and he has a tattoo to flaunt, David Godowski. My favorite fighter, Nizma Basmati. Meena Mohammadi from Afghanistan. Vishal Kumar, the raging bull. And Shivalik Raj, followed by the coach. The 2 star fighters on your screen, David and Balram. Nizma Basmati, he's been their star fighter in the first 2 fights. He won't be the biggest on the mat, but I will promise you, he's got more height, more heart and more muscle than you can imagine. That's the Punjab Fighters once again. Balram Gupta, David, Nizma, and the 2 reserves, Vishal and Shivalik. We're just about getting ready for fight number 1. It's Punjab against the Bengaluru Kings. And first up, we have the 2 women fighters are going to go at each other at the toss. And so for that, we have Victoria and Amina.
It's toss time. Amina representing Punjab Fighters and Victoria for Bengaluru Kings. Whoever scores first, her team wins the toss, and looks like we have a result. It looks like Amina has won the toss once again, and that's a good gesture. Hug your opponent. And it's a limited part female fighter takes in UKL, except if a match ends in a tie, then we will have both the female fighters in action once again. Well done, Amina Mohammadi, winning back-to-back tosses for Punjab Fighters. And let's tell you once again that the fighter who scores first, look at that, that was a punch. That was a straight punch from Amina. She was dodging Victoria for a bit. And now, Navneet is with the winning captain.
Pinpoint precision from Amina Mohammadi, and she wins the toss for the Punjab Fighters. Balram Gupta with me. What do you want to do?
Attack first.
Attack first. That's what the Punjab Fighters are here for. They're going to attack, and we get ready for live action.
Thank you so much, Navneet. And this is the strategy of Punjab Fighters from game 1. Even yesterday, I remember that they won the toss and elected to attack first. And I come from Punjab. I know Punjabis love to attack. The man who has seen Punjab, who has seen Jharkhand, who has seen almost all India while he was a cricketer. His name is Ritesh Sinha. Welcome, brother. Thank you, Sunilji. A pleasure to be here again. Bangalore, Punjab. Bangalore unbeaten so far. And Vishal, he starts the attack for Punjab. Now, strategy is simple for Bangalore. They have to maintain the winning run. They have to sustain their place at the top of the table. And that saying, Rohiteshwar, a small takedown, I don't think it counted though. You have to pin your opponent to the mat and at least punch him a couple of times. If not punch, at least do the action. Look at that. That is a takedown, yes. Taken down on the mat. Punched in the air. It's a takedown. Referee signals 5 points for Vishal. Like we said in the last match, King of King Vishal Singh is proving just that. And he's taking on Umesh Yadav right now. He's a versatile player, Umesh. And he counters that immediately. Oh, a big kickback by Vishal. The kick backfired on him. Umesh ne unka pair hawa mein pakad liya just like that. Just like that. Look at that. Nizam Pasumatari. He is really quick. That was an excellent start by both the teams. They collected and accumulated enough points to be on the board and get a confident start. Excellent work by both the teams. A couple of takedowns we saw in the first bout itself. Remember, we have 3 rounds in every match and every round has 6 bouts. End of bout 1, Bengaluru leading 8-1. So the takedown by Punjab was not given. Absolutely, Sunilji. The takedown, the techniques, whenever you go and collect the points, the technique needs to be absolutely pinpoint because the judges are keeping a close eye on the proceedings and they will only give the points when the technique is absolutely correct. Absolutely. The referee may award it as a takedown, but the final decision is with judges. Oh, look at him. David, he is a tower. Tower of Lucknow. Almost taken down by Rohiteshwar, the opponent captain. This guy has a big heart. MVP of the first season, David Royosky, taking on the captain of Bengaluru. He goes down. Umesh Yadav takes charge. Umesh versus David, the tallest fighter in the league. And he is a very tough customer to be taken down. Umesh goes for that leg hold so that he can attempt a leg sweep. Look at the difference in height, Ritesh, at least a feet, but still, the way Rohiteshwar is fighting him is a treat to see. And I can quickly see a quick substitution by Bengaluru. They introduced Florin. What a takedown by Umesh. Amazing work. Well done, Umesh. That is takedown of the evening so far. We saw the difference in height, but the looks, the heights, the physical abilities, or the looks at least, they can be deceptive, and they are deceptive if you are fighting in the Ultimate Karate League. Bengaluru immediately introduced Florin to counter David's attack. However, it changed, and the score 11-7 after bout 2. The game is getting just started and it's getting heated up here in Lucknow. Amazing work by both the teams. As we take a look at the takedown, gathered David around his arm and took him down. It is Dari, look at that. इसे कहते हैं यूपी में ताल ठोकना. आए और मैट को खड़का दिया. आओ सामने कौन मेरा सामना करने वाला है, और उनका सामना कर रहे हैं फ्लोरियन प्रिकॉप फ्रॉम रोमानिया, यूरोपियन एंड वर्ल्ड चैंपियन. What a takedown by Florin. Excellent work by him. Vishal, can he counter the ferocious nature of Florin? A European and a world champion, like you mentioned, Sunilji. So, Bengaluru have Florin, Punjab have David Royosky. I really want them to go head on very soon. Yes, we'll see them in action, not once, but a lot more than once tonight. He's not being very aggressive, Florian. His job is to defend, but defenders can also accumulate points. Look at him. He's taking kicks and punches like this is party and chokha for dinner. Florin, with a great strategy of collecting points. He's not going for the takedown. He's collecting points, 1 point with every punch. We have to see if the technique was absolutely precise according to the judges. If it's right, then I'm sure they should have taken the lead by now. We'll have to wait for the official score because the referee might signal a takedown, but judges may overrule that because they are looking at the perfect technique. Ritesh very rightly mentioned, and it is Bengaluru Kings in the lead again, 18 to 14. We'll come back with the attack from Bengaluru Kings after a short break.
UKL Ultimate Karate League.
When the Englishmen went out to field,
We hope to attack these Australians, and we're going to bring back the Ashes.
This rivalry dates back to an era
An Australian team defeated an English team in England for the first time.
when words brought the game alive. A lot changed since then.
body line was a combination of both
Times
the batsman and a
changed.
close field.
New heroes emerged, and stakes got higher.
It's only changed again.
Names turned into chants,
It was mind-blowing. Changed my life totally.
and rookies became
First ball in Test
legends.
cricket in England for Shane Warne.
The most beautiful delivery.
Iconic moments in our sporting history.
But one thing hasn't changed.
Aggression is one of those qualities that we come to expect in a sporting hero.
The hunger to win.
Every little chink in your armour is discovered, and if you've got a weakness, the opposition will ruthlessly find that out.
This is not just a series. This is sport's biggest rivalry. They hate each other.
Failure has no place in Ashes contests.
Rivals forever. Vodafone Test Series. The Ashes. First test starts tomorrow, 5:30 a.m.
Only on Sony Sports Network.
In the Big Barbary, watch Bud Scrotches versus Brisbane Heat. Tomorrow, 4:05 p.m. KFC Big Bash League live on Sony Sports Network.
UKL Ultimate Karate League.
Welcome back to the Babu Banarsidas Indoor Stadium. That is Sensei Rajiv Sinha, the brain behind the Ultimate Karate League, sitting on the technical bench, doing all the scoring and plenty of work. Okay, this is now Bengaluru Kings' turn for attack or retaliation, they would like to call. As you mentioned, Sensei Rajiv Sinha, he is the founding father of UKL. With the whole format from amateur to professional karate, it was all his idea and it has been executed in perfection. And as we see, Umesh take on Nizam. Oh! Will that be counted though? Oh, David comes in immediately from the back. Oh, he comes a knock on the back, Umesh. However, Florin seems eager to step inside, but Umesh has to go down. And in comes Florin and David. Now, this is the fight we were looking for. The two world champions. This is David versus Goliath now. Florin versus David at the UKL. Two world champions, two towering figures, two of the biggest fighters in the UKL, and it ends in a stalemate as we expected. They didn't get enough time to fight each other. However, they look pretty much equal when it comes to skill and strength and the technique. They were on even ground, so it will be interesting to see how the match progresses from here. because we want to see more action from these two fighters. And as we look at the score, Bengaluru still maintain the lead, but the deficit is just of 1 point for Punjab, so they can easily make a comeback and take the lead. They just have to make a plan how to counter David.
And that was a takedown successfully given by the technical bench. Nizam taken down. Okay, this is Sensei Rajiv Sinha again on the technical bench. What a great man to work with. What an inspiring figure for all the fighters and the commentators and everybody involved in the UKL. Absolutely, Sunilji. And remember, he's the scorer as well, so he is keeping a sharp eye on the proceedings. He's the one who's going to every player are aware of it. As we can see, Moninder, pocket-sized dynamite, is trying to take on big and lanky Rahul. However, Rahul seems a bit defensive here. In a way, his job is to defend because it's Moninder who is actually attacking. But defenders can get you some points as well. If a defender does a takedown on the attacker, they get 5 points. But Rahul, okay, the kick not to the perfection, and he was lucky that Moninder could not attempt that takedown. Exactly, he couldn't capitalize on that. Oh, we remember Rahul took a knock on his knee earlier in the early matches, so that may have been affecting him. That's why he was defending more than attacking. However, we can say that it was a positive round for Bengaluru because they had a 1 point lead, and the way Moninder played, they should have accumulated enough points, and we will soon find that out. 26-22, so Bengaluru still leading by a very slim margin, 4 points. They were leading by 1 point before this bout. So now we come to the last bout of the round 1. Remember, there are 3 rounds in a match. Every round consists of each team attacking once and defending once. So this is the last attack for Bengaluru Kings in round 1. So Punjab, they have excellent personnel right now, like Vishal, Nizam and David. However, King of King Vishal Singh is taking a charge at the attacker. You don't see that often. Defender attacking the attacker. And Umesh seems to be like taken aback by that. He's not ready for that, I believe. There's a saying, Ritesh, that attack is the best defense, and Vishal Singh probably believes in that a lot. And he is playing for Punjab Fighters. Vishal Singh, the king. Soon we might have trucks with this slogan, King of King Vishal Singh of the UKL. Absolutely, because I don't think he remembers that he's defending. I believe he is thinking, oh, that was a close one. A flying kick on the back by Rohiteshwar. Look at that. The captain of Bengaluru, he has seen enough. He wants to take the charge. Oh my God, everything is happening here in Lucknow. Babu Banazizar Stadium, please be here. Breathtaking action. Absolutely stunning. The last bout was perhaps the most entertaining so far in this evening, and we promise you that this is not the most entertaining bout because plenty of action is yet to come. Absolutely, Sunilji, what a round we had. Vishal, he forgot how to defend. He was just attacking. And as we can see, Bengaluru still maintain a lead, 5 points. So we'll be right back after this short break.
UKL Ultimate Karate League.
Champions League on Sony. WWE on Sony. The Ashes on Sony. And Big Bash League on Sony. Australian Open on Sony. On Sony. Only on Sony Sports Network. On Sony Sports Network. The gods of football are back in a new avatar. And with the best of the best by their side.
Neymar with a header. It's Mbappe.
The stage is set for the most explosive season yet. Watch the gods in action.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
UEFA Champions League. PSG versus Club Brugge. And Man United versus Young Boys. On Sony Sports Network. On Sony Sports Network. The UEFA UEFA Champions League is brought to you by FedEx and Expedia. UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Just a tremendous knock from a tremendous player, Steve Smith. Back card, a great touch, composure.
These are the two best batters of Test cricket. While Steve is compared to Sir Dawn,
Play all the shots.
Joe Root is included in England's greatest Test 11 of all time.
Joe Root, all tops.
They have even won the World Cup of Cricket. But despite these big achievements, their hearts still crave for just one thing. This tiny little cup. Because this is ashes. And they are rivals forever. The Ashes starts tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. live only on Sony Sports Network.
UKL Ultimate Karate League.
It's time for round two this evening. Bengaluru versus Punjab. It's been all action this evening here. Bengaluru versus Punjab. So much intensity in round one, and we have two to go. At the moment, it's the big man against the little dynamite. Moninder Singh versus David Ojowski. A couple of changes in the commentary box as well. I'm Navneet Krishna, and to give me company, I've got Ravin Kundu.
Thank you so much, Navneet. And well, you can see the big fighter going against the small one. Moninder going for those couple of kicks to the side, the mid-belly section.
Well, interesting there because Moninder was looking at the referee and David used the time to take him down. Oh, no. Well, that didn't look too good from Froden Precock. A headbutt. Now, Nisma Bisma Basmadari. It's all happening. There's just so much action here. We're struggling to come to terms with what's happening and how many takedowns that's already taken place in the last 30 seconds. In the last couple of minutes, we've seen so much happen. Nice to see that.
Well, absolutely. This is why UKL is probably one of the fastest games out there. The format is absolutely incredible. You get an opportunity to explode into those 60 seconds and showcase the skills that you carry, the muscle that you carry.
Yeah, absolutely. The Punjab fighters in white, Moninder there in blue for the Bengaluru Kings. Let's take a quick look at the score. That's interesting. This is round number two. The Bengaluru Kings 37, the Punjab fighters 38. And like I said, as we move towards the business end of the tournament, look at that. Let's take a look at that from Florin Precock. The strength wiggles out of that one. Time for the next bout.
And Florin completely dominated the last bout, and there we go once again. The action is live on your screens. We've got Umesh taking on Nism, and couple of kicks to the midsection. Some punches trying to there, could not connect properly though, but they're still looking for that chink in the armor of the opposition. And Umesh trying to throw that one once again, rolling it down. Nism has got hold of the leg. There could be a possibility of a takedown, but Umesh managed to go through.
One thing that is pretty visible here today as compared to yesterday is it's a lot cleaner today. There's more distance between the two fighters, less contact, only when necessary, not really grabbing onto the keys or the uniforms of the fighters. Clearly, some sort of message has been sent to the fighters to make sure that it's done in the right way from yesterday to today. And that's nice to see. You can see so much of a distance between the two fighters. And we saw Sensei Rajiv Sinha, the founder of the UKL, have a word with all the fighters right before the start of the fight today. And I'm pretty sure it was something on the lines of make sure it's a clean fight. And he was emphasizing on that all through. And sometimes it just got a little too ugly because in the heat of the moment, it can get to you.
Well, absolutely, Navneet. And also, as the tournament progresses, the strategy of the teams is continuously evolving and changing. There we go. The final scores now. Bengaluru Kings now takes on the lead with 5 points. 46 they have. Punjab Fighters with 41 points.
Umesh Saket, he looked for the spinning roundhouse. It was just too slow. It felt like Nisman had all the time in the world to catch hold of his leg. It needs to be faster, it needs to be more lethal, because the Ultimate Karate League is all about that. And I call him the Raging Bull, Vishal Kumar. There is no second guessing. He doesn't hold himself back. He just absolutely has a go at the opponent. And at the moment, Dilip Kumar is on the receiving end. But you don't want to be targeting the face. And time and again, Vishal Kumar is guilty of that.
Well, Vishal's strategy is fairly simple. Dominate the opposition. But there we go. Florian is not having any of that. This man is made of different metal.
Well, he was pretty easy against Praveen Kumar, but Florian Prekop was a different proposition altogether. And now it's a battle of the big boys. For the second time in succession, Florian Prekop takes down David Rojovski. Is it legitimate? Is it a 5-pointer? We will get a confirmation soon. But David is replaced by Nesma Basmadari, and so is Florian by the captain Rohit Eshwar.
Well, you can see Florian struggling a little bit. There is some issue with the ankle there, and he is going down. The team management is going to have a look at that, but look at the action that's happening on the mat, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. That's the left leg. Florian is having some difficulty. Well, this is a contact sport, Navneet, and it's very difficult.
7-point lead to the Bengaluru Kings, and when we come back, the second half of match number 8.
Ultimate Karate League.
They all came in a swarm, like a pack of dogs. Rivals forever. Vodafone Test Series. The Ashes. First test starts tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. Hey, on Sony Sports Network.
What a fantastic matchup. Oliveira, longest active win streak in the UFC. Dustin Poirier is beating world champions. He's here to get his hand raised.
I'm going to win by any means necessary.
Amanda Nunes, the greatest of all time. There's no one even close to her. Who is going to rise to challenge Amanda Nunes? Juliana Pena.
I am here and I am ready to fight.
2 championship fights.
UFC 269. Oliveira versus Poirier. Sunday, 12th December. Live on Sony 10-2.
Champions League on Sony. WWE on Sony. The Ashes on Sony. And Big Bash League on Sony. Australian Open on Sony. On Sony. Only on Sony Sports Network. On Sony Sports Network. Camera, action. Got it? I think it's a nice shot, sir.
Doesn't matter what you think, you got it all. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. The Rock, the people's champ, the great one. The Brahma Bull, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, has come back. Can you see me? I can see you. Can you see me? Oh, believe me, we all can see you. We're gonna kick your candy ass.
Let's celebrate the glorious 25 years of The Rock.
Watch the People's Champ all this month, 8 p.m. only on Sony Sports Network.
Ultimate Karate League.
9 bouts completed, 9 to go. This is fight number 8 of season 2 of the Ultimate Karate League. Bengaluru versus Punjab. The Bengaluru Kings unbeaten so far. And it's Umesh Saket who comes out for the Kings. Who is he up against? Is he up against Nisma or Rahul Sanatan? There's confusion here. Plenty of cat and mouse happening here. Okay, it's going to be Sanatan then.
Well, Nism tried to fill in for Rahul because he knows Rahul is struggling a little bit, and Umesh wanted to attack the opponent that is not in the best of his conditions. So a lot of strategizing is getting intense.
Oh, that's the slowest takedown I've taken in the history of the Ultimate Karate League. Rahul Sanatan literally went down in 5 seconds. At the moment, these are the two quickest on the mat, Nisba Basmatari and Umesh Sakit. Like I said before, evidently, such a difference from what we're seeing. So many more punches and kicks versus the takedown, because there's clearly a message being sent from the sensei. It has to be cleaner, and that is the end of the bout.
Well, also, if you look at all these players with tiny proportions of body compared to the big boys out there, they are making sure they're collecting all those 1 points for their team, because the big boys are going in for those 5-pointers and hopefully for the 10-pointers to get their teams the big leads. But everybody doing their job to be a part of the team. I think that's fantastic.
You know, the team in blue, the Bengaluru Kings, not looking too good for them, because I think they've had a couple of players, well, trying to recover from an injury. One of them is Florin Trikop, the big Romanian. And it's so dangerous, the Ultimate Karate League, in many senses, if you don't stay within the rules and regulations of the league. And that's why you want to stay away from the face. And that's more like it. A little brilliant from Balram Gupta there, a punch to pick up that 1-pointer. You'll see him hop on one leg every now and then.
And I'm absolutely impressed by the skills that Morinder has shown. Despite the small size, this man is always constantly on the move, trying to dodge those punches. Just one connected, and you see the impact of that. Every single punch that comes your way, and there we go. We've got some heart and some more. Morinder, the fighter.
Absolutely, the fighter, and he has a takedown. How about that? That is so good. But it's relentless as the Ultimate Karate League. You take someone down, you're going to have someone at you in no time, and this time it's the big 6 foot plus of David Rozaski. Well, he was just too strong for Moninder. Too strong and too powerful, the man.
And Rohiteshwar is the flying man right here. Every time he comes out with panache, with a lot of force in those flying kicks.
Amina Mohammadi, she is the true team player. You'll always see her supporting her team, giving them a glass of water, a pat on the back when they need one. And that's what this is all about, when you get to see Indian fighters battling it out with some of the best in the world. A 5-point lead right now for the Bengaluru Kings. And we're starting to see this grow. We saw this in Season 1, Season 2 already, the UKL becoming bigger and better. And that was so nice to see from Moninder Singh. All in all, it augurs well for the future of the Ultimate Karate League.
And says volumes about what's taking place as a revolution in India in form of the karate sport that is moving up and with leaps and bounds. We've got Nizm taking the action back to the team in blue. Rohiteshwar, the captain there, and both these fighters have a class of their own. And you saw a couple of punches connected by Rohiteshwar. He is targeting the chest area. Nizm is trying to move around, and there you go. Nizm is the quicker one between these two.
There's so many more punches and kicks. It just seems a lot cleaner for the viewers as well, and because it was crossing the limits a little bit in the first 3 to 4 days. And so my sense is we might see... Rohiteshwar grabs him down and he apologizes because he knows that's not the right thing to be doing. But something tells me, Ravin, that we won't see the same 160, 150 plus scores today, only because of the little change that they are adopting, and they're rightly so.
But that's absolutely important for the continuation of this sport to keep growing every single year. You cannot have 5 people in your team injured out of the 7-people team. So overall, you see the impact of that on the scoreboard. We've got 66 points for Bengaluru King, 58 for Punjab Fighters, and we'll take a short break. Be back with live action.
Ultimate Karate League.
Every little chink in your armour is discovered. discovered. And if you've got a weakness, the opposition will ruthlessly find that out.
This is not just a series. This is sports' biggest rivalry. They hate each other.
Failure has no place in Ashes contests.
The Ashes, rivals forever.
Vodafone Test Series. The Ashes starts tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. The gods of football are back in a new avatar. And with the best of the best by their side,
Neymar with a header. It's Mbappe.
the stage is set for the most explosive season yet. Watch the gods in action.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
UEFA Champions League, PSG versus Club Brugge, and Man United versus Young Boys.
On Sony Sports Network. On Sony Sports Network.
The UEFA Champions League is brought to you by FedEx and Expedia. UEFA Champions League sponsors. In the Big Barbary, watch Perth Scorchers versus Brisbane Heat. Tomorrow, 4:05 p.m. KFC Big Bash League live
On Sony Sports Network.
What a fantastic matchup!
Oliveira, longest active win streak in the UFC.
Dustin Poirier is beating world champions. It's easier to get his hand raised.
I'm going to win by any means necessary. Amanda Nunes, the greatest of all time. There's no one even close to her.
Who's going to rise to challenge Amanda Nunes?
Juliana Pena.
I am here and I am ready to fight.
Two championship fights.
UFC 269, Oliveira versus Poirier, Sunday 12th December, live on Sony 10-2.
UKL Ultimate Karate League.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Karate League. This is round 3, bout 1 between Punjab Fighters and Bangalore Kings. Joining me in the comm box is Ritesh Sinha. Ritesh, what do you have to say about the action unfolding in front of us?
Thank you, Raveen. So I was looking at previous rounds, and I think game management and man management should be the focus at the moment, because we do have a long way to go in the league, and I see few players took a knock as well. However, David and Florin, between them, they have more than 10 world championships. And this is a battle we always look forward to. And let's see. Who are you betting on? Is it David or Florin?
This is a matchup of the Titans and it can flow either way, but Florin has been impressing us with all his takedowns. And there we go. The quicker one is getting in on the action.
2018 Asian Game participant Nizam Basumatari is a very agile and a strong player. And that is the end of the bout. This was a relatively quiet round. Like I said, man management is the key at the moment, because I have seen few players take a knock and still a long way to go.
And mind you, these are some toughest men that you can find on this planet right now. Physically fit in the condition, the mint condition that the human machine can be in. And these guys are just sustaining the injury, so that is 63 for Punjab Fighters, 9-point difference.
As we take a look at this, Florin, a great leg sweep by Florin. It was nicely done by him. Technically, it was absolutely pinpoint. Now, Bangalore, they are on a healthy lead right now, and they would like to maintain that as last 5 bouts remain.
And we've got Rohiteshwar going against Nizam once again. These two fighters have impressed immensely. Now taking their time, sizing up the opponent, anticipating. We have seen UKL.
Nizam and Rohiteshwar, they both are experienced and they know what they are doing. And Rohiteshwar
Bhubaneswar, being the captain of Bangalore team, he is playing it safe at the moment. He doesn't want to be taken down because they know they have a healthy lead. And he's exactly doing that. However, he knows how to counter-attack, and we have seen him give some flying kicks earlier, to David especially.
Nism has the leg, Nism has the leg, and this could be interesting. Well, the action continues, and oh, that's the end of the round. That's the end of the bout, apologies.
And that is the end of the bout, and I think that bout did belong to Bangalore because they did not give away that many points away, and they should be on the lead still.
We have 10 points of lead now, so Bangalore inching away with every single bout towards that victory that they have been looking for.
As we look at the last action between Nizam and Rohiteshwar, a perfect leg sweep. Look at the trap by Nizam. Technically, absolutely right. It took him down very nicely. Easily done by Nizam. He's showing his experience, and we are seeing crowd still coming in and crowd pouring in as well. Vishal, the new attacker, he immediately goes for Moninder. King of King, Vishal Singh, he is dominating Moninder. Oh, he's eyeing him. Things are getting very in here.
Well, every time we move towards the end of the match, things really do get interesting. There's the blue card for both the fighters there. So blue cards essentially are going to deduct 4 points every single time. You get them individually, but will not affect the team score.
Umesh Saket immediately taken down by Vishal. Excellent work by him. That was perfect. He just caught his leg and threw him. Vishal, he is showing what a versatile player he is.
He's a big man. He's packing some muscles there. The raging bull, as Navneet calls him. Well, he is connecting a lot of good punches there as well.
The best thing about Vishal, I believe, is the balance that he possesses. He is not easy to take down. And that being said, that is the end of the bout. Excellent round for Punjab. Now, Bangalore were on a lead by 10 points. This should have closed the gap a little bit. The teams are being looked at by their physios. The coach is looking at Vishal. He knows he's doing a good job. He's the best player so far for the Punjab fighters. He needs to be looked upon as well. Now, as I said before, things have turned around. 78 for Bangalore and 81 for Punjab. And we'll be right back after a short break.
Ultimate Karate League.
Aggression is one of those qualities that we come to expect in a sporting hero.
Every little chink in your armour is discovered, and if you've got a weakness, the opposition will ruthlessly find that out.
This is not just a series. This is sport's biggest rivalry. They hate each other.
Failure has no place in Ashes contests.
Rivals forever. Vodafone Test Series. The Ashes. First test starts tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. Only on Sony Sports Network.
Camera, action. Got it? I think it's a nice shot, sir.
Doesn't matter what you think, you got it all. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. The Rock, the people champ, the great one.
The Brahma Bull, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, has come back.
Can you see me? Oh, believe me, we all can see you. We're gonna kick your candy ass.
Let's celebrate the glorious 25 years of The Rock.
Watch the People's Champ all this month, 8 p.m. only on Sony Sports Network.
West Indies tour of Pakistan. First T20I starts Monday 13th December 6:30 p.m. live on Sony 6. In the Big Bapu, watch Buds Crotchers versus Brisbane Heat. Tomorrow, 4:05 p.m. KFC Big Bash League live on Sony Sports Network.
UKL Ultimate Karate League.
Welcome back to the live action. This is Babu Vinarsidar Stadium, and we've got exciting matchup happening between Bangalore Kings and Punjab Fighters. We've just seen a turnaround in the scorecard. Ritesh, this is impressive.
It just took one round to turn things around for Punjab. Oh! David Royowski, he slammed him on the floor. That's what a world champion does to you when you get into his radar. Now Florin will end up in the same way because Punjab had taken a lead and now it's Bangalore who needs to catch up.
Well, the tables have turned, and how you need to see how that's going to impact the game plan that Florin was playing with right now. So far, he has been trying to get those 5-pointers, and he has managed to get some of them. Will this be another 5-pointer for him? No, that's not.
Even though David is out of the fight, I do not believe that was a perfect take there. I don't think the scorers will go for it. However, that is the end of the bout. Last two bouts remain after this. So, we have to see. Has Punjab, have they maintained their lead or they have given it to Bangalore? Knock taken by Florin. However, we look at the score. Punjab 7-point lead, from 2-point lead to 7 points in this round. They are on a roll at the moment. Bangalore, they have thrown their lead. As we look at the replay, the Florin takedown of David Royowski, it did not count. However, the strength shown by Florin was magnificent.
Well, both the world champions are going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. This is bound to be interesting. Let's see what this next bout is going to show. Every single second, the game can turn around. This is the beauty of UKL.
This is a very, very big bout for Bangalore, and especially for Rohiteshwar, who absolutely needs to lead from the front and collect the points, because before this round started, they were behind by 8 points. Now they have to cover ground, and Nizam is not an easy opponent. Like I said, not an easy opponent at all. Look at that acrobatics. The fitness level of these players is exceptional.
Rohiteshwar just flung him in the air. The legs, the muscle and the power to initiate that move and complete it. Well, that says volumes about the fitness level of these athletes. We've got the quickest of the two right now from both the teams. Moninder taking on Nizam, and these are the two fighters that are exciting to watch every single time they step out.
Nizam, the experienced player, Moninder, the pocket-sized dynamite. Even though he was taken down earlier, I don't think it was counted because it wasn't a proper takedown. The technique wasn't just right. So, a great round for Punjab again. I think they are maintaining the lead, and with this round, they may be running away with the match.
Well, this is the business end of the things, and you can see the scoreboard. The lead is inching away from Bangalore Kings' grasp of this match. 95 points for Punjab Fighters, 84 for Bangalore Kings.
From 8 points to 11 points. As we look at Rohiteshwar and Nizam go head on. Look at this acrobatic. Look at the fitness level. So let me tell you, Robin, 1 minute of bout, it feels like an hour inside when you're actually fighting. It takes so much out of you. So we have to absolutely commend these players who maintain their fitness level at such extreme levels and testing levels. This is absolutely brilliant to watch. Oh, David just took a knock. Umesh is still going at him. David is a stubborn. He's a world champion. He's not gonna give up, that's for sure.
And let's remind you, Umesh is also touching the shoulder right now. He's struggling. These fighters, the heart says everything that you want to know about the dedication of these fighters. fighters towards the spot, and Javed, the amount of energy that he packs in a single punch. We could see that, we could hear that punch right here sitting in the com box.
Absolutely. Whenever Javed throws a punch, we could actually feel the heat coming out of it. He packs a punch and he shows that to Umesh. Rohiteshwar comes flying in. Oh, a big hit to the face. Oh, that was close. And that is the end of the bout. Rohiteshwar came flying in and he accidentally, I'm pretty sure it wasn't intentional, but he did get a punch on his face, David.
And on the other side, Vishal just came flying in once again in the Vishal traditional fashion that we've got comfortable watching now. He attacks and he attacks like nobody else.
Absolutely. Even though Bangalore did good in this bout, it is still a possibility that they were not able to overcome it.
Sunilji can't hear you, sir. Sunilji can't hear you.
As we look at the score, 90 for Bangalore and 107 for Punjab Fighters. An exceptional comeback by them. That's how you do it. You never give up. It's not over until it's over. Well, now going back to our field to Sunil Taneja.
मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं जिनकी अगर आप लुक्स देखेंगे तो एक प्यारी सी अफगानी बच्ची आपको दिखाई देगी अपनी मुस्कान के साथ, लेकिन अगर आपने इनको टॉस मैच में फाइट करते हुए देखा है तो आपको पता है कि इस मासूम चेहरे के पीछे एक खूंखार की खुशी आती है कि कल जिस तरह से टीम इनकी मैच हारी थी, दे हैव फाइनली मैनेज्ड अ विन. अमीना, आई थिंक ये सवाल गलत होगा, आई थिंक कैसा महसूस कर रही है, क्योंकि आपका जोश में देख रहा था वहां पर.
जो हमारा मैच था कल, मैं उसको लेके काफ़ी सैड थी. एंड टुडे जैसे अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिया, अच्छा अटैकिंग था, अच्छा डिफेंस था, सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा था, तो मैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा खुश थी और प्रे भी कर रही थी ज़्यादा कि मतलब सब कुछ अच्छा से चले बस.
अच्छा, मेरे जो जासूस हैं वो दिल्ली से लेकर लखनऊ से लेकर अफगानिस्तान तक हैं. उन्होंने मुझे बताया है आप हिंदी गाना बहुत अच्छा गाती हैं.
Really?
2 लाइन हमारे लिए.
No. Okay, I remember this song.
Please.
I forget the lyrics. Okay.
कोई बात नहीं, ये मैच का प्रेशर है जो मैच के बाद भी आपके साथ रहता है. अमीना से हम दोबारा बात करेंगे, लेकिन एक और मैच आपके लिए आने वाला है. वो कहते हैं ना कि लखनऊ की शाम बड़ी कमाल की होती है, तो आज की कमाल की शाम का दूसरा कमाल का मैच मेजबान यूपी रेबल्स के सामने होने वाले हैं मुंबई निंजास. विल टेक अ क्विक ब्रेक एंड आफ्टर दैट लाइव एक्शन फॉर यू.
Stand by red.